Hey, so I'm really hoping this is gonna work. It's my first devlog where I'm gonna try to get this ship to lift off. We're gonna try to go through that portal over there, and then hopefully maybe like dock and pick up a crate. But we'll see if that works. So the hatch didn't work because I didn't turn on the power to the ship. Let's try it like so. Got fuel, got power. We're overheating, but ignore that. Let's try it again. Yeah, the entire heat system I'm gonna take another pass on because it is not working the way I want it to. We got this little fan here, you know, it feels nice. It doesn't actually do anything, but I like to put things in that make me feel slightly more at home. Alright. So, let's see if we go to with thrust assist and anti-grav. So the reaction control thrusters are, automatically gonna do certain things based on their settings, and they're the small thrusters on the side of a ship. We're gonna see if they're enough for me to lift off, and they're not. Let me see, I'm not on the right mode for this. Let's go to translational mode. See if we can boost upwards. Lift up our landing gear. Fuck, we clipped it a little bit. We have SAS. Let's see, actually we're doing pretty good. So one thing I haven't put into this ship is my radar and lock-on. So I don't get to see things before I'm basically right on top of them. Unless they're really, really big, like this station. Or Earth, which is over there. We're at a Lagrange point, which is about 300,000 kilometers away from Earth. Let's turn off this flickering for now. Let's see if I can see something. There's something over there. We're looking for a red box, but I doubt we'll find it. So one thing I really like about coding in VR with these motion controls is that every ship that I build can have a different control scheme. Won't that be fun? So for example, this is your starter ship, and it's going to be a little janky, and translational controls and rotational controls are shared on the same joystick, which is flipped with this switch over here. And coolant is activated by yanking on the pipe. But on a better ship, let's get it up to speed and get our other thrusters going. On a better ship, maybe I could have 2 joysticks, one for translational, one for rotational movement, or I could have like a HOTUS setup. So by the way, let's I'll go over what each of these sort of RCS modes does. The flight mode adds drag, but not in the direction you're flying. So you can sort of simulate being in an atmosphere. The drag mode just adds drag to your ship, makes it stop if you're tumbling in space. It's quite helpful. Rotational assist doesn't stop your your forward, backward, side-to-side movement, but does stop your rotational movement. Thrust assist, with the translational mode, will help you move up, down, left, right. And anti-grav, if you're in a low gravity environment, such as above the moon or Mars or something like that, it'll help balance out the gravitational pull. And the reason I have it on is because I'm faking a little bit of gravity, because otherwise my ship keeps flying away. Which I'll fix later. And then over here you have your gyroscope motions, and those allow you to rotate the ship and allow you to stabilize the ship. We do have a cannon on this one. It's a 20mm one with not too much of a rate of fire, but let's see, are we flying towards anything? Are we flying away from anything? I may have gotten lost. So the nav ball here, I can see my retrograde and anti-grade thrust. And I'm supposed to see it on my heads-up display as well, but I don't, so that's something to... Alright, we're out here again, and what I figured out last time is that I had accidentally turned on gravity for everything instead of just my ship, which really there shouldn't be any gravity in, out here so far away from Earth. None you can feel, really, relative to the other thing. Obviously, we're all still flying in orbits and all that. But what happened was everything just fell away from me, which was a little bit annoying. Alright. So now that I do have something here, we can try docking with it, which I've never tried before. Let's go in from a little farther. Aha, okay. So we got a crate, we got a distance, velocity, and rotation. So it looks like velocity and rotation are fine. That's our relative velocity and rotation, which we both have 0 right now, because we're just, relative to each other, standing still, hurtling through space at thousands of miles an hour. So now, what I need is to reduce my distance and alignment. Alignment is how far we're facing them, and distance is how far we are from them. So we have a few options here. Covered by these things are the buttons to dock and undock. You don't really want to do that by accident. But we also have the option to auto dock, which is if these lights all light up, just go ahead and dock. Do the thing. Alright, so... let's see if we can get it. I think in every single game that has docking, I get real worried whenever I start to do this. Oh, shouldn't have worried. I guess we just fucking got it. Which you can't see from here. I guess if it was a larger object, you could just see out the little portholes. But camera says we got it, so we got it. One thing that I just made this new, docking screen. So one thing I forgot to do is put the back to main menu button, and that's where you would find external cameras, which could help with seeing that we've docked. But I'm just gonna have faith in that we've docked. And let's turn off inducing drag and go back to flight mode. Go back to rotational mode. And now we can deliver this crate somewhere else. One thing that I'm looking forward to of this rotational and velocity change is making the player do something from like Interstellar, where the thing is tumbling through space and you just sort of have to match its velocity and rotation, which should be much harder than what I've just demonstrated. Oh, we are real close. See anything else that I can see here? No. Alright. Let's go around a little bit. See what happens if I induce drag and then drop it. Theoretically, it should fly ahead of us. Oh, but auto dock was on. Let's try it. There we go. Bombs away. Yeah. The other thing that makes this ship kinda janky, which you may have noticed, is the fact that I can't see very well to all the sides, which will not be an issue of some of the other ships. Now, because we're in space, you can just pop open this hatch and view the outdoors that way. There's a few downsides for why you wouldn't want to just do this all the time. One, if anything collides with you, you'll just automatically die, which is not the case if you're a hatch, if you have a hatch and it's closed. And two, if you're in an atmosphere, you'll die by itself. And also, all the noises will be real loud, which gets annoying, so you might as well close the hatch. Thought I put some ships to do like a flyby, but I might have messed it up, made them too slow or something like that. It wasn't really important to me. Or at least not as important as this fan. This is, by the way, in universe, this is a retrofitted Soyuz ship, and it's the right dimensions to be one and all that, except, in real life, astronauts fit 3 people here, and I get to have the whole thing just for myself. Which is why it has a fan, because a lot of the Soviet ships, instead of having ACs or stuff like that, they'll just put a fan in. What is that? Is that the crate, or is that something else? Oh no. Let's see if we can recover. Give me rotational assist. Where was the thing we just saw, though? There was like a speck or something. I thought it might have been a ship. There it is. This is where having our prograde on our heads-up display would have been real useful, but for whatever reason it didn't show up. Yeah, this also has the starter cannon, which is not very good. The only real good thing about it is that it's decently accurate, and it has a radiator built in, so it's not very hot. It's later on you can get something like a Gatling gun with 6 barrels, which shoots 20 millimeter, or like a straight cannon shoots 37 millimeter. Or do both. Get them on a turret, get lock-on missiles, which won't work without the radar, which I haven't built into this ship. But theoretically speaking, they could work. Or they do work. I have them coded. I just don't have them in this ship yet. Ah, we got him. He's just a static object. Alright, so that's what I have so far.